By dinner time, you've already made like 100 decisions, schedules, messages, work, house stuff, just people stuff. So when someone asks, what's for dinner? Your brain just shuts down. And the solution isn't trying harder, it's having fewer choices. Today I'm gonna show you what I actually make when those nights of deciding are so hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't always meal plan, and I don't feel guilty about that. Most days I just know what I have. I know what proteins are in the freezer, what sauces and staples I keep stocked, what meals those ingredients can turn into, and that knowledge does the planning for me. And even then, deciding what to have is hard. On nights like this, I don't try to do something new. I try to fall back on our go-to meals. These are meals that I have made hundreds of times, and they're ingredients we always have on hand. They're familiar, they're repeatable, and they work when my brain just doesn't want to. What I've learned over the years is that deciding dinner isn't just one decision. It's a chain of decisions. What protein, what flavor, what side, how long it'll take, how much effort it requires. Go-to meals work because they collapse all of that into one simple question. Which of our go-to meals makes sense for dinner tonight? That one shift changes everything. Instead of endless options, I'm choosing from a short list I already trust. One thing that helped me more than I expected was sitting down and making a list of meals we already eat. We truly have meals that I've made enough times that don't require any thinking. Our meatloaf, the shepherd's pie, beef stew, tuna pot pie, Jana's roast, clam chowder, chop suey, Salisbury steak, lazy man lasagna. Some of these meals I wouldn't say are really exciting, but they're familiar, they're relatable, and they don't ask much from me when I'm already tired. And that's what makes them my go-to meals. So friends, I challenge you to create a list of about 10 to 15 of your favorite relatable meals. These are the dishes you know and make without a second thought, and using ingredients you often have on hand. So then, instead of staring blankly at the fridge, just choose one from your go-to meal list. Hey, if cereal counts as dinner in your house, it belongs on the list. Listen, dinner doesn't have to be exciting to be successful. It just has to happen. And I definitely don't think repeating meals is lazy. It is so supportive. But then you might be thinking, well, isn't that boring? Well, I'll leave a video link for you down below where I share with you like how you could take your go-to meals and make them completely different meals. It is so packed with tips for you guys, so definitely check that out if you need to. Most of the time, our go-to meals start with a protein that I already have. You know, chicken, ground beef, pork. And then I just decide the direction. I think of simple themes. Pasta night, taco night, soup and sandwich night, pizza night, and even leftovers night. These themes give the night a direction without boxing me in. I'm not deciding everything from scratch. I'm just choosing from options I already trust. And if I have the energy one night, I could do more. If I don't, the structure is still there to carry me through. When my brain is done, or I'm just, physically just done, but we gotta get fed, it's always breakfast for dinner. We love Brenner. Eggs, toast, pancakes, hash browns. Dinner still happens, everybody eats, their bellies are full, and the night just keeps moving. A lot of our go-to meals show up more than once, but in different ways. Taco meat can turn into a lot of different dinners. Burritos, nachos, stuffed Mexican shells, and even taco salad. Pulled pork can become sausages. Gosh. Pulled pork can become sandwiches or salads or burritos. Chicken turns into enchiladas, soup, or even a casserole. Same protein, different night. So it's no new thinking required. If I can't decide what's for dinner, that's my cue not to start from scratch. So that's when I lean into my freezer. And I like to do freezer meals, or I like to freeze portions of meals. So like, do I have any pre-cooked frozen taco meat? Do I have any marinated chicken? Do I have a lasagna already waiting? It's so great because future me has already made that decision. I just need to follow through. Try not to think of your freezer as saving time, but it's where your decisions go to rest. When I batch cook or freeze extras, I'm not just saving a meal, I'm saving future mental energy. On hard nights, I don't decide, I just pull. So if you have felt like you've been stuck at dinner time, it might not be that you need more ideas. You might just need fewer decisions. We just don't want dinner to require thinking, planning, and problem solving at the end of the day. Somewhere along the way, dinner started to feel like it had to prove something. Like it needed to be creative or impressive or different every night. Letting go of that pressure is what made everything feel lighter. On low energy nights, I choose meals that ask for very little from me. On better nights, I might add something extra, but the foundation is already there. That flexibility is what keeps dinner from breaking me at the end of the day. One thing I didn't expect is how much easier dinner got once everyone knew our go-to meals. When the recipes are familiar, other people in the family can step in and help. Not because I asked, but because they already know how it goes. There's no guessing, no instructions, no, what do you want me to do? When everyone knows the go-to meals, dinner doesn't live on one person's shoulders anymore. That means someone else can step in, start the rice, grab the chicken, warm something up without needing instructions or explanations. And that matters more than I realized. In a community post, when I asked you what your go-to dinners are, I was honestly relieved because the answers weren't fancy, they weren't trendy, they were so real. So many of you said tacos, just meat from the freezer, taco seasoning, tortillas, cheese, done. A lot of you said spaghetti, buttered noodles, sauce, and meatballs. Pasta that comes together in 15 minutes with zero thinking. Breakfast for dinner came up again and again. Pancakes, eggs, French toast. Then there was rotisserie chicken with whatever side is easiest. And then there was the freezer answers. Frozen pizza, frozen meals, and nuggets. One of my favorite comments on the list was, years ago I wrote down 10 favorite meals. I just alternate them. Problem solved. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you've seen my grocery hauls and you've seen how my grocery shopping supports my go-to meals. I'm not shopping for one-off recipes. I am shopping for repeat dinners. That's why a lot of my grocery hauls are pretty similar. I know we've all been there. We've walked into our kitchen, we've opened our cupboards and fridge and stood there and thought, what can I make for dinner? And then we just couldn't decide. We're not broken, we're just tired, there's a lot going on, and it's good to know that there are so many other people that do this every day, and so many of us here. So start building your go-to meals or your default dinners. Repeat them often and give your brain a break. If this video helped you out in any way, I would love to hear down in the comments. Okay friends, if you need more motivation, click on these videos here and I'll meet you over there. Thank you so much for joining me and we'll see you soon. Bye.